Towering peaks carved by ice, endless fjords, and a journey to the very edge of the world. This is Patagonia. This isn't the Patagonia most people know. No famous trails, no crowded viewpoints, no easy way of getting here. Because instead of exploring it from land, we're heading deep into the Chilean fjords on an expedition cruise along the Darwin Route. Over the next 8 days, we'll sail into one of the most remote glacier systems in South America, from Punta through the Strait of Magellan, into the Beagle Channel, and all the way down to Cape Horn, before heading back north into the Darwin Range. And out here, you never really know what you're going to get. So, what does a journey like this actually feel like? Our trip starts at the very edge of South America. And as we step on board, the journey finally begins. The Ventus Australis will be our home, carrying us deep into the fjords of Patagonia. Leaving Punta behind, we enter the Strait of Magellan, passage once used by some of the world's greatest explorers. But out here, it doesn't take long to feel just how remote this place really is. As the light fades and the coastline disappears behind us, everything slows down. And from here on, the outside world slowly fades away. The next morning, we wake up to an unreal sunrise. The peaks around us already lit up, and it just keeps getting better by the minute. Every direction you look, there's something happening. This is where it starts to feel like Patagonia. Not long after, we head out, our first zodiac ride, taking us into Ainsworth Bay, a remote part of the fjords near Magellanic Glacier. We step ashore for our first landing. Today we're exploring the area on foot, making our way up for a different perspective. Moving through the dense forest, slowly gaining elevation. And as it opens up, you start to see where you are. As we continue deeper into the fjords, the landscape begins to change. And then, Pia Glacier comes into view. Surrounded by towering peaks, massive walls of ice, and glaciers stretching all the way down into the fjord. As we sail further in, you start to realize the scale of this place. Even a ship like this feels small out here. It's one of those moments where you just step outside on the outer decks and see it for yourself. But to really experience it, we need to get closer. So we head ashore right up to the glacier. Standing here, it's a completely different perspective. From below, just ice and rock towering above you. And from higher up, the entire fjord opens up around you. And then we head out onto the water, moving along the glacier's edge. Close enough to see the details, the cracks, the deep blue tones in the ice. You can hear it shifting, constantly in motion. But it's only from above that you truly see the full picture. The glacier flowing down from the mountains into the fjord below. The scale, the textures, and the sheer size of it. Our journey continues further south to a place called Wulaia Bay, a place once inhabited by Yamana people, one of the earliest native groups of this region. Today, it's a quiet landing. We step ashore and make our way through the forest, slowly gaining elevation. And from above, you start to see how everything connects: the shoreline, the dense forest, and the fjords stretching out in every direction. At the top, the landscape opens up, revealing just how remote this part of Patagonia really is. At the very edge of South America lies one of the most legendary points on the map, Cape Horn. We arrive early, just as the first light hits the landscape. A place shaped by wind, waves, and history. For centuries, ships have passed this point, navigating one of the most challenging routes in the world. And standing here today, it's hard to imagine what this place has seen. There's a lighthouse here, still staffed year-round, and just besides it, the iconic Albatross Monument. Reaching this point really feels like ticking off something special. We make a short stop in Ushuaia, tucked between mountains and the Beagle Channel. A bit of a break in the journey, some head into town, others just take it easy on the ship. But it doesn't take long, we're back underway into the Beagle Channel and heading deeper into Patagonia. Because what's coming next is on a completely different level. The next morning, we wake up slowly moving to our location for the day. The peaks around us catching the first light, and it just keeps changing. Colors moving across the mountains, revealing more and more of this place. Welcome to Agostini Fjord. From above, this is where it really hits. It almost looks like the Dolomites, just way bigger and completely remote. Sharp peaks, glaciers dropping straight down, and everything just feels raw out here. This is where we're spending the day. We start at Condor Glacier, heading in by Zodiac into this narrow fjord, getting right up to the ice. And later on, we head over to Aguila, walking along the shoreline, past a small lake, and all the way up to the glacier. And just when you think that's it, the captain takes us even deeper into the fjord. From the ship, you start to see just how much of this place is out there. Glaciers, one after another. It just keeps going. But even after all of this, there's still one more highlight ahead of us. As we arrive, another early morning out here, soft light hitting the coastline and the lighthouse ahead of us. Magdalena Island, home to one of the largest colonies of Magellanic penguins in this region. And pretty quickly, you're surrounded penguins everywhere. At this time of the year, many of them are molting, shedding their feathers, getting ready for the next season. Some of them already almost fully grown, and then you notice groups of them gathering together, almost like a routine, everyone just finding their place. And in between all of this, the quieter moments. Penguins resting, napping in the grass, completely unbothered. It is pretty special, being out here surrounded by so many of them. A place that feels full of life, even at the very edge of the world. The Darwin Route isn't about rushing from one highlight to the next. It's about slowing down and letting Patagonia reveal itself layer by layer. Huge thanks to Australis for making this journey possible and for navigating us safely through some of the most remote waters in South America. And if Patagonia is on your bucket list, this shows you a side of it you probably wouldn't expect. Hidden fjords, glaciers, places you can't reach from land. A part of Patagonia that you really only get to experience out here.